Hey gang, I'm Tim. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to start the body work on old Fred here. We're going to start with these door skins. I'm just going to take a chunk out of the bottom, replace what we need. I don't know if you can see behind me, but it's got a little rust hole in the bottom. And cut a piece out of the little patch panels that we got, flange it in, tuck those in there, give them a good weld in and foo-foo it in. Not going to get too crazy here. It's not any kind of crazy show truck. We just want to hit the road this summer and have some fun with it. So follow along and we'll see if we can make it not so like Swiss cheesy. Well folks, I got the rusty part chopped out. I was planning on flanging this patch in, but I wasn't thinking about the inner door structure, so that I don't see how I can get my flange tool inside there to make that flange. So I'm going to do a little more trimming, get it fit up in there, and then we can stitch it in, weld it in. I think it'll come out good. We'll see what she looks like. That'll be the end of this patch. We'll move on to the other side. Got the same thing, the door, and we have a cab corner to play with on the other side. So I wanted to start with this easy side. Well, I guess this is easy for body work if folks are professionals, but it took a little time, but I think it came out good. We'll move to the other side, bottom of the door, cab corner, and then after that, I gotta take this trim off because I need to put some patches in here. So we'll see you on the other side. Well, we made it to the old driver's side. Time to fix this stuff up. So we got a pretty good amount of rust in that door. I have to go a little bit bigger of a patch than I did on the passenger side. And then we've got some old decay there in that cab corner. So try doing that. I'm gonna hit the door first and then the cab corner, and we'll see how it all comes out. Time to get to work. Well gang, we got this welded in. It took me a bit. This is the prettiest thing in town, but you know what? It's gonna work. Get that filled in, we'll be ready to rock and roll. Now time for the cab corner. As you can see, Fred's got a little problem there. A little pimple, I guess. So we're gonna cut that out, patch it in. Gang, a little update here. So we've been working away. We got a little window of opportunity. Gonna make that old hole go away. Weird how it rusted like that. So that piece of trim, I just made a little video. I had posted it a few days ago about how to take that trim off. It's really simple. I didn't know. I had fought with it for a bit, but basically you just take apart the speaker, reach up inside the body. I can see inside. I don't know how a guy did this in the factory. How was he supposed to do this? Imagine doing this all day, truck after truck. You go out of your mind. What did it drive you to drink? The other side over there, you reach up inside there and you take the nut off, and then this end cap, this piece right here, whoop, comes right off. And then that piece, if you want to take it off, you just slide it. It's on like these little bracket things in there, so you can slide it right out. Pretty convenient. Easy once you know how to do it. So I'm gonna patch that in. I'm gonna take you down below here. I got the patch in for that cab corner. Kind of had to butcher in that back because I wasn't about to take the bed off. So I got it cut out, put it in there, and did a couple of tack welds on the top and all. fooge it in with some fiberglass mud or something, and then just spray it with a spray can. That'd be fine for Fred. Not a show truck. And then I got the door patched in here. Again, we'll do some sanding there and then mud it in and finish it up nice. So yeah, it's coming along good. We're gonna keep at it, work on that hole, have the same thing to do on the other side, and we'll keep on trucking. Well, it's a success. We got the holes all patched in, came out great. This side, the door's all set. I'll walk you around the other side. So this hood's kind of shot. I don't know if you remember, if you watched the first video when I opened up the hood, it kind of rained rust. The bottom of the hood is all rusty, but I'm just gonna spooge that in to fill it in for now so we don't have holes in it. That patch came out nice. I used a piece of the leftover cab corner material. Made a nice little patch for that, got it all in. Bottom set to go, cleaned up. I've scuffed everything up. I'm gonna clean it up and start, just put a first coat of mud on it, and then we're gonna call it a day. So again, I'm gonna proceed to try to spooge some mud in here. Make sure this is all mixed up good. Best Bondo tray ever, a piece of cardboard. Make sure I don't have any streaks in this. Timmy the body man. Not really. We're gonna try. So I got everything cleaned up, scuffed everything up. Just cleaned it with lacquer thinner. I love lacquer thinner. Try to put a little coat on here, even it out. Oh my God, it looks great already. Just gonna put one coat on. Don't want to get too crazy. Get that sanded down. Look at that, it's a thing of beauty. This patched in here, foo-foo this in. Gotta remember where that hole is. Make sure I can put my trim back on. That spoogey up here. I'm not getting too crazy. I just don't want it to look horrible. Still want to keep that farm truck look. Take a lot to paint this baby. I don't know. You'd have to strip the whole thing down to metal. GE, good enough. All right, we're gonna spooge up this side. Same thing, gonna hit this door. Get a nice coat on there. Remember, I'm an electrician, not a body man, but it's still gonna be beautiful. I know it will be. That's probably the wrong thing to do. Getting tacky already. Maybe I used too much hardener. So I'm gonna fill in the inside just using my finger. Just kind of like seam sealer to make it all nice and smooth where the patch comes in. The skin under the door was the sub skin. What's the proper name for that? I don't know. But anyway, whatever. It was quite solid. The other side was worse, but this side had more like rust on the outside. But the substructure was better on this side. Kind of weird. Oh, look at that. That's a thing of beauty already. This in here. I think I'm going to leave it. Let the sander hit it the rest of the way. And we'll see what we have. A few coats of this, I'm sure we'll be sanding it off and putting another coat or two on. And then after that, we're gonna rattle can it in, and hopefully we can make it match. And I did find some burgundy that's pretty close to this, so hopefully it ends up a decent match. We'll see. All right, we'll catch you probably tomorrow, because I think we're done. Well, gang, I've been working away at this, trying to get all this body work done, doing the best I can with this filler. I've got 3 coats on there. I think I put it on and sand most of it back off, but I'm trying. I think it's coming out pretty good. I'm gonna finish blocking this out tonight, and I think put the last spot, there's a couple of low spots, I don't know if you can see them in the camera right here, so I'm gonna try to fill those critters in. A little touch up here and there, get that door edge, and then final sand this out. So I'm gonna sand it down to 320. I don't know if that's right or not, but I got 150 here, then I was gonna go to a 200, and then I have a 320. So I was gonna hit it all with that, try to get it as smooth as I can. Then we'll put a beautiful paint job with spray cans. Try to blend it in. Hopefully that burgundy's close to this. So I'm just gonna keep on going and see how we make out. Just gotta keep on trucking here. I took a little break to go get old Pearl. So Pearl's over here out of the way right now, but we're gonna get Fred done before we do any work to Pearl. Right now I'm just driving Pearl. Now we're gonna get this boy all set. So let's keep on at it. All right, gang, we're making really, really good progress. I think it's coming out amazing. Got all the mud done. I sanded it for like 457 hours, I think. Started with 100 grit, then I dropped down to a 200 grit, or 220, I think it's 220, I keep saying 200, I think it's 220, and then a 320. So, got all the mud work done. Got it primed with some self-etching primer, so I'm gonna let this dry, and then tomorrow I'll sand this out. My plan is to sand this out, and then I've got some other, this right here, this filler primer. So I was gonna hit it with that filler primer, sand that down, hopefully get that done tomorrow. Let me bring it down here, you see the door? Came out great. No more hole. Hey, it's not perfect, I'm not a body man, I'm an electrician. I don't know, I did the best I could, but the rust is gone. I patched it in, so I didn't do any like funny business as far as like packing anything in with mud. It's all welded, solid, and then I just smoothed it over with the Bondo. So I think it's good. It's good. I'll take you around the other side. We'll go take a peek at what we got over here. Apologize, it's getting a little dark. There were some rust holes in the hood. I just spooged them in because not much else you can do. The whole front edge of the hood was shot. So we'll come back over on this side. If you remember, Fred had a big, I don't know, it's like a cab nostril over here. So that's all patched in. I took a piece of the leftover cab corner material that we had, and I kind of cut that, fit that in, made it work. Came out great. The cab corner, I'm gonna bring you down here. Same thing, I sprayed that with some of that the etching primer. I'll sand that, put the filler primer, sand that, and then we'll paint it. The cab corner, it came out great. The door doesn't have a hole. Looks like I got a little sand a little more over there. But yeah, really happy with it. So hopefully this weekend we'll have it all painted. Got to take tomorrow off though. Big Mardi Gras parade over here in Mobile. So we're gonna head across the bay tomorrow night. Probably won't get much time to work on Fred. Maybe a little bit to get this primer done, and then we can do the rest of the paint on Saturday. And we'll see what we can do with spray cans. I don't know. We're gonna do our best, but for Fred the farm truck, I think it's gonna be all right. I mean, we'll clean it up, and I think it's gonna be cool. Oh, I gotta paint this too. This was all rusty, so we'll paint that black. But you'll be seeing that in a moment. Okay, we'll see you when we're painting. All right, see ya, bye. Love it. I still love it. It's gonna be cool. So, I'm meeting my buddies in a few minutes. Go have some wings. Taking Pearl. Pearl's gonna go for a little trip to the local wing joint. See how she does at night. Hopefully the headlights work. We'll find out soon. All right, gang, we'll catch you in a little bit. Bye. Hey, gang, time for some paint. Gonna try to get this white done. I don't know how many coats it's gonna take. Well, and then I'm just gonna kind of hit these edges and float it in the best I can. And then do the same forward. And then this up here, so I cleaned everything. I took a rag, put some lacquer thinner on it, kind of dusted it off with that. Should work. It'll work enough here. And then you get this in and just kind of let it drift. Do this, and then we'll hop over to the other side. So let's see how it goes with a good old Rust-Oleum. Many coats. We'll paint over the dirt. That way there it looks clean. Wow. What do you think? Look at that. It's beautiful. Let's try up here and get this touched up. It's a little tricky. A little tricky, Ricky. Uh-oh, what do we got going on there? Kind of like some orange peel, fish eyes. I wiped it with lacquer thinner. All right, let's go to the other side. I'm just shooting it in the corner. Hit these edges where I hit a little bit. Those fish eyes on the other side bother me. What if they get fish eyes in it? These I feel like silicone. And I wiped it with lacquer thinner. Maybe I needed some wax and grease remover. Figured the lacquer thinner would have been fine. Just gotta hit up here a little bit. Hopefully I don't get fish eyes on this side. Oh, that side looks good. All right, I'm gonna let that flash over. I don't know, maybe I'll read the instructions, but I'll let it sit for 15 minutes or half an hour and then hit it with another coat. I already see I got a little run over here already. Oh, I guess I'll have to sand it down, I don't know. Or I could just leave it and match the rest of the truck. We'll see. All right, we'll see you probably when we're doing the red. I just tried the red on the hood. You probably already saw that already. So I'm gonna run to the parts store, see if I can get a different color red, burgundy. We'll see what we got. All right, we'll see you at the red. We're gonna put some color on here, get some burgundy on this critter. As you saw, I tried painting with the first color and it was like lipstick red, so that didn't work. So I went to old Advanced Auto Parts down the road and got this GM burgundy color. It's not quite right. It was probably accurate for what was on the truck originally, not the respray, but it's gonna work. So I'm gonna try putting this on with not as many runs as I did with the white. So kind of like a baseball game with all the runs on it. But I got this foo-fooed in. Let's see how it looks. I gotta get this primer on the doors here too. I'm not too worried about the weather stripping because we've got all new weather stripping for the entire door. So all new weather stripping, and then of course the interior, but that's another day. All right, I'm already working on one home run. Easy down there. I don't know, what do you think? I don't know. Good enough for now. Let's take a walk to the other side. See what we got on this side. You can see the hood. Did the front edge of the hood. Ah. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, don't shoot the Thunderbird. I think it's a pretty color. It's definitely not the color that came on it, but it's all right. All right, I guess we'll let that dry and we'll put a few more coats on it. I got the drip edges to wire brush. We'll paint the inside of them so we can put them on, and yeah, later on today hopefully we'll have this all buttoned back together, and then we gotta put the exhaust on and then jump into the interior. So I'm gonna let that paint dry. I don't want to get crazy again because I get full of runs, and we'll hop back on it. All right, we'll see you probably when we're reassembling. Fred no longer is full of holes. All the body work is done. It's all painted up. And look at Fred. Fred's happy. Look at even the nose. No more holes. There's a couple pinholes, but looking pretty amazing, I think. Check it out. Check it out. Look. All that rot's gone. The rot's up here is gone. I got it all back together. And these rain gutters, golly, those are pain. Those screws, that's something else. I have no idea how they did that in the factory, because the screw is like behind it. They're just long enough. You get in there with a little wrench, get in there. What a pain in the butt. But they're back on. I'm really happy. There's no more holes. I've got a few runs. I'm going to have to wet sand them out because they're pretty. The important thing is all the rot holes have been eliminated. And I'm going to get that trim because I just can't stand not having that trim that separates the two-tone. So I'm definitely going to get that. Let's go check out the other side. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I think you're going to be surprised. Look, no more holes. The door's little, but you know what? It's Fred. Fred's happy. No more holes. This one we had the big kahuna hole here. That's all gone, painted. This color, close enough. Look at that. Brought it around. Boom. Maybe I should foo-foo that in a little better down there, some white. But hey, in a nutshell, Fred's all back together, ready to move on to the next project. So moving on, we've got to do the exhaust next. That's a pretty easy project. I'm gonna put a whole new exhaust on it. It's all sitting in the bed, and we've got a whole ton of parts back there. Once the exhaust is done, we're gonna hop into the interior. New interior. That's going to be super fun. So stand by. So again, hey, I really appreciate everybody for watching, subscribing, liking the video. The support has been really awesome so far. So again, huge shout out to all of you. I really appreciate taking the time to watch these videos. we will catch you on the next one. Maybe I'll do a quick one on the exhaust before we tackle the interior. That'll be a quick, easy one. Again, thanks. Take care. We'll see you soon. Be good. Fred, you almost ready for a trip? Where's your first trip gonna be? I don't know. Where's Fred want to go?